Hello, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me on another episode of One Too Many. Pinot Noir, what does that mean to you? Well, to some people it means it's the best grape variety in the world. I know it makes some of the most expensive wine in the world, but can you get a cheaper Pinot Noir for just the same quality of wine? I've got two great examples here for you, but not from countries you'd be expecting. If you know anything about Pinot Noir, there's two countries that do it extremely well. We've got Burgundy in France, and then we've also got New Zealand. Both countries making the most expensive Pinot Noir in the world. But I'm not going to either of those countries. We like to mix things up a little bit here on the show. We're actually going to South Africa, and then we're going to go over to America. We're going to go to Santa Barbara. But Pinot Noir in itself, a couple of things to know about this grape variety. It's extremely light-bodied. If you're not into your big, full-bodied, robust red wines, go for a Pinot Noir. Very easy drinking. Don't forget that when wine sort of changes from white into rosé into red, Pinot Noir is pretty much the first grape variety you're going to come to as you climb up the red ladder. Because it's so prone to getting noble rot and disease, it's an extremely hard grape variety to grow. It loves cooler climates. That's why we can grow it here in the UK. Don't forget, Pinot Noir is also used in a lot of sparkling wine. A lot of our English sparkling wine is using Pinot Noir. Pinot Meunier is the other grape variety, and of course Chardonnay. And obviously in Champagne, they use a huge amount of Pinot Noir in their sparkling wines there. Pinot Noir likes long, cool growing seasons. It does not like extremely hot weather. The grape variety itself has very, very thin skins, so it doesn't like huge amounts of sun. The skins can actually get burnt in the sun. It needs to take its time, so it just needs this long growing season. So young Pinot Noirs have a completely different flavour profile to aged Pinot Noir. These are still quite young. We've got a 2019 and a 2017. So I'm expecting to get those sort of red fruit flavours, strawberry jam, stewed fruits, cranberry, cherry. Not expecting too much, but a lot of sort of fruit flavour in these wines. When it comes to aged Pinot Noir, you lose a little bit of the fruit, but what you get are these lovely sort of savoury flavours and flavours of tobacco and intense fruit flavours, almost like a leathery sort of smoky flavour to the wine. That's why aged Pinot Noir can be absolutely outstanding. But remember, only if it's stored correctly. Don't ever keep red wine in direct sunlight, and try and keep the temperature as constant as possible. So anyway, I'm looking forward to trying these. I've got my decanters ready, so let's open these and have a little taste. So I've left the wines to aerate in the decanters for about 10 minutes now. Remember, that's really important when it comes to drinking red wine. You just need to open these wines up a little bit, let them breathe, and that's when you start to appreciate the wine so much more. So let's try the first Pinot Noir today. So we're going to go over to South Africa. We're going to go to the Western Cape. Now, anyone that ever knows me or asks us my favourite country at the moment for growing and making wine, definitely South Africa. I think they're making some of the best wine in the world. They're doing some really experimental stuff out there. What we love about South Africa, there are no rules. We can grow whatever grapes we want. We can make whatever wine we want. And if something doesn't work out, we can just pull the vines up and start again. Land's really cheap at the moment out in South Africa. A lot of European winemakers are actually moving over there, growing some vines, making some grapes. And whenever I talk to a South African winemaker, they're either in the vineyards tending their vines or they're surfing. So they've got a pretty good life balance out there between work and personal life. Anyway, Pinot Noir, not hugely grown out there in South Africa. You'll find more like Pinotage out there. But yeah, when I found this wine, I thought to myself, I've definitely got to try this wine. Very unusual to see that sort of style of wine out there. Oh. So, straight away with the colour, you can tell it's a young Pinot Noir. Lots of sort of cherry fruit flavours as well. There's a little bit of smoke on there as well. It's probably about a sort of like a medium style bodied Pinot Noir if you look, but overall Pinot Noir is light bodied wines, but it's got a lovely sort of garlic cherry colour on there as well. But don't forget, these wines are perfect to drink on their own. These are the wines that you can have with fish and chicken, white meat, you know, because they haven't got too much body in the wine. They can stand up against definitely fish out there. Salmon is one of the big fishes to match with Pinot Noir. So let's have a little try. Straight away, so light bodied. It's, you know, it has the consistency of water. Again, so much fruit on there. Always reminds me of, do you remember having cherry drops as a kid, those little sweets? That's it in a glass. There's actually a little bit of spice, but almost like white pepper, just at the back there. But wow, that's a cracking wine. And the tannins, as I said earlier, are extremely low, so it doesn't dry your mouth out. You know, it's just left my mouth with this lovely sort of warming sensation of wet pepper and cherry. Tastes a little bit like cherry cola. But don't quote me on that. Don't forget, you know, we all got different taste buds. We're all going to taste different things, depending on what you have it. If I have this with food, it's going to taste completely different. But yeah, for a South African Pinot Noir, very good. I have to mention that one of the winemakers that has something to do with this wine, a guy called Duncan Savage. Absolutely amazing winemaker out in South Africa. Go and check him out online. Go to his social media. He is an extremely talented guy. I believe that some of his wines labels don't have any description on or tells you what even the grapes are. That is how confident the guy is. But his wines are absolutely amazing. Some of the best wines I've tasted in recent years. So yeah, Duncan Savage, go and check him out. But this is amazing. This is, for the price, which I'll let you guys know a little bit later on, really cracking good value. Yeah, really good. Wow. So we're going to now go over to America. We're going to go to Santa Barbara County in California. So it's about an hour and a half drive north from LA. A lot of people actually go up there for the weekend. They want to get out. You know, these celebrities, you know what they like. You know, they can't spend too much time in their mansions. So they go up to Santa Barbara, wine country up there. 1960s, they started sort of planting vines mainly. It wasn't until the 1990s that the boom really hit up there. About over 100 vineyards now growing. But what we love about Santa Barbara is that it's between two sets of mountains. And what happens is you get these lovely cool sea breezes and fog that come in off the ocean. And that's why the entire area is cool climate, even though it's in California. And that's why they can manage to grow amazing Pinot Noir. This is Sea Glass Pinot Noir. They make some amazing other wines, Sauvignon Blanc. They do a really cracking Chardonnay as well. But I really wanted to try this wine. I have so much stuff about this wine. I thought, yeah, we've got to get this on the show. We've got to try the wine. Oh, Jesus. It smells like I've just walked into a sweet shop. Oh, wow. Extremely different to the South African wine there, but wow, velvet, cherry just like the first wine, but stewed fruits like stewed strawberry or raspberry jam, cranberry as well. But funny enough, it doesn't have the spice as the first one. Wow, this is just like drinking alcoholic fruit juice. Absolutely amazing. But a lot darker in colour. It is a little bit older as well, but you know, this, I can see this wine aging. You know, it's cracking to drink now, but yeah, lay this down for a few more years under the right circumstances. This could be an absolutely amazing wine. Santa Barbara, you know, not just those guys, you know, America again are making some amazing good wine. We're going to be doing an episode in the future about American wines as well. So let's talk about the prices of these wines. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So the first wine we tasted was the Albert Road Pinot Noir from the Western Cape in South Africa at $6.99 from Waitrose. I think it's a really, really good wine for the price as well. You know, we're going to try and keep the budget this season to under £15 a bottle. Yeah, if you want a nice, light-bodied, easy drinking red wine, go and grab yourself a bottle of the Albert Road. Yeah, really good value. Sea Glass. A little bit more expensive, but I really think you do definitely get better quality wine for your money. £13 for the Sea Glass Pinot Noir from Marks and Spencer's. But do you know what? Absolutely amazing wine. Oh, yeah, I think it's probably one of the best wines we've tasted so far in the season. And do you know what? Lay this down. I really, really think that you should lay this down for a few years out of direct sunlight in a nice constant temperature. This is just going to be absolutely amazing. Well, thank you for watching this episode on Pinot Noir. If you have any questions about these wines or any other Pinot Noirs you'd like to know about, go and follow me over on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We've got some really good episodes coming up. And just want to say cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.